Hello viewers, welcome to another section with Parenting Fair. I'm still your host of your Esther. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and click the like button so as to get notifications of my videos whenever I post them every Friday by 2 p.m. Today I will be discussing with you child depression and 5 ways to know a depressed child. Now, from my own research, I have come to understand what child depression is. And I would say that child depression is a state of an abnormal growth that exists and affects a child physically, mentally, and emotionally. Now, every expectation of a mother, father, or a guardian is to see their children or child grow in the right way or to grow properly in every areas of their life. Now, what happens if this child of yours isn't growing in the right way? I guess it is painful. Now, it is different when we say a child is depressed and when we say an adult is depressed. It is quite different. And it is equally different from what a child goes through emotionally daily, be it joy, love, anger, anxiety, happiness, mention it. It is quite different. Now, when a child disengages himself or herself from his environmental activities, social activities happening in his environment around him, we tend to say that child is depressed. He is not disengaging himself because he's in an exam class or because the parents doesn't want him to. No, but because he isn't confident enough to do that. Maybe he is depressed from internal or physical fear that you, the parents, is unable to figure out. Now, look, these are the 5 ways to know a child who is depressed. These are the 5 ways to know a child who is depressed. Number 1, talk about social withdrawal. Now, this child disengages himself or disengages herself from social activities happening around him, be it in the school, in the church, parties. The child doesn't want to associate, not because he is shy or because he can't do such, but because he isn't courageous, he isn't confident enough to do such. So the child withdraws himself. Now, number 2 is feeling rejected. Now, this child finds faults in whatever he or her does. He finds fault mostly in himself. He finds fault in his parents. He finds fault in his siblings. There is no amount of love shown to this person that he or she will appreciate. They are always feeling rejected and they don't venture into new things. They feel insecure at all times. Now, number 3 is a vocal outburst. They are less outspoken. 80% of them, you can't find them in the crowd. When a child is depressed, you see them always on their own, doing their own thing, in their own shell. Now, most of them, when you engage them in a discussion, you found them crying, some of them picking some parts of their body. They are less outspoken. They don't talk. They talk to themselves alone. They talk to that thing talking to them inside. They don't talk at all. Now, the 4th one is change in appetite. They don't eat. Now, most of them are skinny. Now, some of them are fat, actually. Some of them are fat, actually, but they are depressed. When you look at that child, you know that he or she is depressed. And they fall sick at intervals. They fall sick at intervals, making you to waste your money. They'll be like, my head is spinning me, my tummy is spinning me, this is doing me. They just want you to spend your money. Now, the last one is the thought of death. You, the parents, at this point, has to be extremely careful because this child tends to take his or her life. They feel they are not loved, they are not wanted, so they want to take their life. So you, the parents, have to be very careful. You have to keep on watch, 24 hours watch on them. If not, they are going to take their life because that is what their inner man, their spirit tells them to do. Now, in my next class, I will be teaching and discussing with you on how to cancel a depressed child. Please remember to subscribe and click the like button to get notifications of my videos whenever I post them every Friday by 2 p.m. Thanks.